Greetings, everyone. We're here at Mbizingwe Primary School. This is the school where I did my primary education. I'm recording this video for those like myself, former students of Mbizingwe Primary School, and others from this village and from the district, Mbizingwane district. Mbizingwane is in what? Mbizingwe Primary School is in Ward 4 in Mbizingwane district. So I'll be showing you around. You will see what needs to be done. The school has got about 500 kids, but it's the 5th of August today. Schools closed on the 4th of August. They will open in a month's time, I think the 5th of September. So let me show you around. Like I said in the previous video, that this school was established in and around 1940. I was checking at the signboard there. It's no longer written, but it used to be written 1940, if my memory serves me well. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done around here. Where I'm standing, this is where I used to have our assembly in the 70s and 80s when I was a student here. So let me take you around and see. Schools are closed, so we do not have teachers around that we can speak to. But I want to show you these classes so that those of you who might want to do donations can do so. Some years back, I was in this class, grade 5. As you can see, the window panes are damaged. So if it is raining, it becomes a challenge for kids to learn. And if it is cold, just emerged from winter, you can see is damaged. Let me try to peep through, put my camera through. These are the desks, like I'm saying, schools are closed, so you can see there's the floor. It is damaged. This class was built after 1980 because in the 70s, I know this class was crash thirsty. Then it was renovated after 1980, but now it's old. See, they're still right on these chalkboards. These are the desk. I'm just peeping through the window. That's the class. Those of you who did grade 5, you remember the class. This used to be, it's still grade 4 when we're here. These are the classes. You see there's damage here. Also, these classes need repair. We need to assist this school. If you are from Mbizingwe, you see it's damaged, so I'm peeping through the window because it's broken. The chairs are put here. When they closed, I think they brought all chairs here. See the chalkboard there. I was talking to someone here who, of course, does not have authority to speak on a video. We had a long discussion, and they say one of the challenges they have is that they still write on chalkboards, and some of the diagrams, they cannot draw them on the chalkboard. This is the headmaster's office, the school office. Yeah. Then the next class, it used to be our class for grade 3. Some years back, and you can see what's happening inside. I don't know those bricks inside. So you see there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But the good thing, though, is that there's electricity. So let me see, you can see this bulb is on. There's electricity, government installed electricity. This class is open. So let me get inside, there's no door. So it's open. So I'm inside of a class because it is open. This is what our kids in Mbizingwe Primary School do or learn. This is the classroom is open. So you can see the floors. I don't know what this they use for, but you can see this part of their education. One of the things, so you see that the floors are damaged. Lots needs to be done here. One of the things this person I was talking to, because does not have authority, so I cannot speak on behalf of the school, is that this used to be grade 7, but is now grade 1. That's the class where we did grade 7. Yeah, you can see also some portals inside the class. If I can try my camera there, some portals inside the class. So a lot of work, cement is needed to redo the floors. Here, this is where when they're on assembly, they put the national flag, they fly the flag here. When they were closing, I was busy, but I saw the flag flying. Then they come here for assembly. They moved from the spot where you used to have our own assembly, but is here. They then use this bell to summon students. This bell, it used to ring at about 7, the first bell. So they use this bell to indicate the time, the change of their time and so on. You see this tree where they have their assemblies in Denjani. We used to have our prize giving days here. I used to receive some few prizes. Yeah, Mbizingwe Primary School. As you see the electric poles, there's electricity. So I was saying that one of the things that the person that I spoke to is saying is that they can't teach IT because they have no computer. There's no single computer in this school. There is no photocopier. There is no printer. But they are teaching IT theoretically. They are not practicals because they have no computer. They wanted to show me the exam paper for IT, but because they didn't have and the office is closed and they have no authority, so they couldn't. Let me go around because he spoke about school toilets that also need some repairs because they are health risk. This part used to have the school garden. We used to plant vegetables here. Can see some homesteads around the school. I grew up just about 70 meters from this school. That's where our homestead was. That's the school. You can see Mbizingwe, mountain or hill. You remember the video where we spoke about that. It's just behind the school. That building there is the Brethren in Christ Church. You know, I'm a member of Brethren in Christ Church. I was baptized here 20 September 1985. So we contributed in building that church. These are the toilets. Now there are few because these ones are now a health risk, so they have to be destroyed. These toilets, so I'm walking around, you can see these electric poles. So we need to assist this school. It's our school. These are the school toilets. Like I said, we're about 50 kilometers from Bulawayo, the second largest city in Zimbabwe. But you see that development is a problem. So you see these toilets, these ones have been destroyed because they're health risk. So they require or are asking for assistance from us. Even if you are not from Mbizingwe, you are not from Umzingwane district, or even if you are not from Chief Gwebu, but you are free also to assist in this school. In Singizi, they are running a project, but because of COVID-19, they wanted to build a library that has been affected. You can see at the back there, those are teachers' cottages. I will not get close because I don't want to bring them on camera. The teachers that are still around, I had a meeting with them, but because they have no authority, so we cannot bring them on camera. This is umqokolo tree, but now it's winter akulalutho. Ihabahaba, isihlahla sehabahaba, you know it. Ihabahaba, the tree here. Yeah, so that's the school, Mbizingwe Primary School. I spent my years here, Slavo Magcina, Ondodana, Reverend Speto Dube were together in class. Now is a reverend for Brethren Christ Church. Reverend or Pastor Melusi Moyo were together here in class. Amache Sangcwebe some years back. Yeah, and lots of guys were together. Yosamgel Songcube, labanye that have passed on were together. So you see, back of the classes are damaged. Kufuna ukulungiswa. The painting, yeah. So isikolo sethu needs a serious repair. It's a new block of classes, which is now, of course, old. This block in 1976, 1977, when we came here, it used to be grade 1 and grade 2. Safundiswa ngoMrs. Mafu, Mrs. Nkala uNasithandwa, umalumekazi wami Mrs. Dubu Namandu. This block was for grade 1 and grade 2. Now I see it is grade 6 and grade 7. Yeah. So the secondary, for most of the people here, it says secondary. Yeah. So that's the schoolyard, right? Yeah. And the homes around here. Abaze Mbizingwe noko sasikhulisiwe kogogo uNathando. Yeah, eduzane I see ngale koMahlangu, they are now renovating. So like I'm saying, because the school head is not here, so the teachers that I spoke to, we agreed that they will not be on camera because they have no authority to speak. But the pass rate is very, very low. They didn't give me the percentage because the part of the problem with the village schools, something that we need to address, is that we discussed with the teachers here, is that most kids, in fact, the entire school was totally locked down because there's no access to online learning. So kids were just playing at home during the hard lockdown. There are no extra lessons. They have no access to Wi-Fi. That's a problem. Even myself at my homestead, I can't access WhatsApp because of network connectivity. We have to go out near some hill to communicate and go back to my homestead. So that's a serious challenge. So schools are closed. Kids will not be studying until they come back after of September, where they will again come back to resume their studies. During the holidays, they will be playing. Of course, some will be going to their parents in South Africa, in Botswana, in Bulawayo. But the rest, they will be here. So this is the school gate. Yeah, no, it's written, yeah, I was correct. Is it 1940? Yeah, it's written here. That's the date the school was established here. And this, you see, it needs attention. I know Comrade Mbizo Forum, not Dumonyat, will say, Mapena, paint this. Yeah, this is what needs to be done. So when you get to the gate of the school, this is what greets you. Naturally, we need to improve on this. So abantwana bembizingwe, let's assist. Lapha, this is the car parking. Those that will be visiting the school, that's the car parking. So like I said, of course, there's a homestead here, so it's a crawl for the homestead, which is just by the school. I can show you the homestead. Lapana ngolungane. My cousins akula sihlala sonke together in class. Yeah. So as I conclude, this is what we need to do. We need to contribute monies. Government has installed electricity. Now it's up to us, the community, to repair this school, to renovate it, to attend to the broken classes, broken windows. There's electricity, but it is not being used. It's just for lights. So we need a computer, we need a television, DSTV, so that the kids can have access to online learning. In the 70s and 80s, we used to have a bioscope ekatiki. If you know tiki in Komishonkulu, that big cup, that's where we used to watch. Those were the years. But now that we have electricity, we need to do more. So Banbagiti, let us renovate our school. If you are a former student, you want to contribute, please do so. Contact the school and contribute to the school. You can also contact me. We'll be setting up a WhatsApp group for contributions, so that we can then have all the teachers. We have this discussion around this school and see how we can improve. And I was saying to this teacher, whom I will not name because he has no authority to speak on. I was saying to him, one of the challenges that we now have on the question of migration. Remember the video that I did where I was talking about colonial legacy. That post-liberation, our schools still fail to produce scientists. So you can't produce a scientist from a school like this. So these kids, when they complete their grade 7, they will go to the local secondary school, which is a secondary school. Some, of course, they will go and start in Bulawayo. Some will go to Mbizingwe High School, my former school. So it's unlikely that you'll have kids from this primary school that will go on and study sciences, what is called scarce skills or critical skills, skills that are not available to the South African market or economy, to an extent that you can be granted a permit whether to work in South Africa, in Botswana, in Namibia, because you do not have the critical skills. So 42 years after independence, we have not improved on our education. This then means that these kids, because of our collapsed economy in Zimbabwe, they will obviously, after finishing their secondary school, go down south. They will not have skills that are needed. They will then compete for little resources in poor communities. Even if you will produce maybe journalists in this school, you will produce, say, political scientists, historians in this school, but those skills, they are in abundance, say, in South Africa. And as why in the fourth industrial revolution, they will not even contribute in rebuilding the Zimbabwean economy for that matter, so that we create employment in Zimbabwe for them not to go down south or go to Botswana, because the subjects or the state of the school itself, there's electricity, but there's no computer. You remember when Mugabe was president, he used to donate computers to other schools, but this one, which is 50 kilometers from Bulawayo, it has never received a computer. So a child studies IT, but has never seen a computer. So that's the huge challenge. So these are things that we then, as the community, must step in and assist. It doesn't matter whether your kids are starting here or not starting here, but for our community, because we need to produce kids that will contribute to the Zimbabwean economy. If we are to build a national democratic economy, first thing that we need is to overhaul our educational system. And this requires that we maintain these schools so that at an early stage of kids' schooling, they study computers. But it's not there, because there's no single computer even for the administration. You might be shocked that maybe even teachers in the school, they do not know how to use a computer because it's not here. They might know, yes, of course, to use their cell phones because they have cell phones, but they might struggling with a computer because it is not here. There's no computer here. So let's do something as the community. Um, uh, I've seen in some villages, in some areas where communities contribute towards the building of their community schools. We saw Mdomoliwoto Secondary. It's just about 10-15 kilometers from here. People did great work. We have seen in other districts, Kezi or Matopo, doing that. We have seen in Bulilima. We need to do this as well in Mbizingwe, Nsezi Primary, which is about 5 kilometers or 6 kilometers from here. The community is also mobilizing resources to build that school, to renovate the school. So let's do this. Share with us your own experiences, your own local school. So I thought I should take you to Mbizingwe Primary School and see. This is the school that produced me. I'm grateful. All the teachers, when I was here, were from this district. Our headmaster, Mr. Su, was from this district. Obabu Mate, they were from this district. Doyana, Obabu Mafu, all of them. Mrs. Nkalo, Nastanda, Mrs. Mafu, Mamu, Namandu, Malmega Zwami, Mr. Norman Pepe, our great teacher. They are still around here in the community. Was from grade 7. So these were all local teachers. Omankomazana, Miss Nkomazana was from Mawabe, and they were all from Mbizingwe District 19. Of course, I will not talk about the current teachers at the school. Otherwise, please share with us your own experiences about your own school, what can be done to improve education in rural schools. As I'm saying, COVID-19 has exposed all of us that kids from poor backgrounds, from rural areas, do not access education. And this is being seen in the final examination or in the outcome of the grade 7 results. So if you have a low pass rate, which I think is about 17%, though the teacher didn't tell me. So if you have 17% of the kids that passed here, they will go to secondary. Others will also not pass Form 4. How many will then go to A level, and then how many will go to universities and colleges? So that's a crisis. It is a crisis. We need at least to have a minimum of 75% of the kids, though we need 100%, but as a start we need 75% so that most of our kids can go to secondary school, go to colleges, universities, we produce graduates. Otherwise, like this video, share with your colleagues, with your friends, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Have a great day. Goodbye.